Good morning, everyone. This is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and I have a project to share with you guys. The last couple weeks, I have been working on what you're looking at right here. Now, I'm going to call it a shadow box. I'm not sure the proper name. I think I got this from Michael's, and it's been some time. But I have a sitting area in my bedroom, and I'm recreating that area into one of those pages you see in one of the Somerset magazines. Real shabby chic type feel. And so I wanted to create something to hang on my wall. And so what you're looking at is once again what I have been making the last couple weeks, and I wanted to create a different feel. I wanted shabby chic, and I will be zooming in, you guys, to get an up close look at it. I wanted something shabby chic, but I didn't want something that looks like what you probably have been seeing. As I get in closer to show you detail, pay attention to what you don't see that you would more than likely see in a shabby chic type creation. Now, what you are looking at, if you haven't figured that out, all that texture, that is resin that I made using lace molds. And I will do a tutorial on how to make these lace molds with resin, because there is some tips if you want to get the best look. And I'm going to share those with you guys in an upcoming tutorial. But yeah, I wanted to use something different, and I have not seen lace molds being used in really any videos that I've seen. And so the resin dominates this creation here. What you did not see, if you guys didn't figure it out, you did not see any paper flowers, mulberry flowers by I Am Roses or Wild Orchid Crafts. I did not use one, but I was still able to achieve that shabby chic look. And so I am loving this piece. I did stay with the trim, and I have that adhered to the back of the box. And you know what? The trim don't even go across on both sides. I mean, one side is longer than the other, but it's okay because it's a mixed media piece. Doesn't have to be perfect. I wasn't trying to make a perfect piece, and I really do love how this came out. So let me show you the lace piece here, and hopefully you guys can see that because I'm holding it right up. Yeah, this is one of the lace pieces that I use. I have different lace molds, and what I did was I just used, was it Tim Holtz, his clear glue, I forget what it's called, but I just used that to adhere all the lace down. But the first thing I did was painted the box white with acrylic paint. And I wasn't trying to do this, but I ended up with a heart theme. This background is a die cut shape by Sizzix Pro die, the heart scallop die. And I took a piece of canvas paper, die cut that out, and then laid the paper down, or the fabric down rather, and then I gessoed over all of that. And not sure if you could see, I have a doily stencil print in the background. I just took a die cut of a doily and added gesso over that, and it left that impression. This is my first project like this. I don't normally do mixed media, and so I'm really happy how it came out. I kind of just played around and went with the flow of things, and it came out really nice. But yeah, I added gesso, I added all of the resin borders, and then some places like up here it's a little bit darker because I spray painted a dark paint and didn't like it, and so I spray painted that over with white. But that tint you see, and you see it better down here, I achieved that tint by using a can of spray paint. And if I find it, I'll show it to you guys because it's really nice. Really pretty color for vintage products. Now, most of what you're looking at, besides the jewelry on the bottom, and I'll talk about that in a second, but they're resin pieces that I created. This whole project, oops, is dominated by resin. Oh, okay, please don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay. These little pieces right here are actually branches. That's resin. I use this mold. I think I did a video on molds. This is by Wilton. And so I have those sticking out. This right here is a resin piece. It's pretty long. And it's this, this mold right here. This is the same resin vine, just with a different type of resin. This is a Martha Stewart flower down here. This is a resin piece. This is a resin butterfly. And actually this heart right here is a resin heart by Martha Stewart. Now this is the same heart down here, but this is not resin. I'm going to do a tutorial on this. I can't think of what that is, but it's so much cheaper than resin. And it's heavy like resin. Oh, what is it called? Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's super duper cheap and easy to make. So I'm going to do a tutorial on that. Now, of course, I have feathers sticking out of there. And then rope lines the inside of the entire box. So yeah, you see hearts throughout the whole box. This right here is a jewelry piece that's dangling down. And the hearts I have in the corner and this one down here. Now let me talk about what I've created down here. I really love this added addition, this piece down here. I knew I wanted to create something like the feel of a clothesline, but it wasn't appropriate to put it on top. Then the idea came, you know, adhere it from the back and let it hang from the bottom. So that's what I did. And these are all jewelry pieces down here. This is actually an earring. On this side, you see the back. This side didn't come with the back. I got most of these items from a yard sale we had, a neighborhood yard sale we had several weeks ago. And so here's a heart, another heart. This is an earring. I spray painted that one. That one was metal. And I made these two pieces. I didn't make it, but I added the beads in it. And I have those suspended from pins. Yeah. And I spray painted the clothespins and added buttons. This one should be turned around. I'm not going to bother with it right now, though. But yeah, I really like the whole feel of it. Now, let me see if I can hold it in my hand to show you guys how it would look. Oh, I hope you guys could see that. This really came out so nice. I think when it sits on the box, the pattern on the bottom, it might take away from the whole piece. But I really like how it turned out. This right here is a resin piece. Now this is resin, but I didn't make that one. And this is acrylic. I didn't make that one. But yeah, it really came out nice. And if I didn't mention it, this is my first like mixed media project, and I really love how it turned out. This bow right here was made using Sizzix bow creative flower. I think I might like this die. I didn't even use all of the petals. The smallest petals I didn't use, but I did add extra petals to give it a more fuller look. And it came out really, really nice. Now, let me show you, like here is one of the vines or branches. This is how one looks. This is a white one. The ones I just showed you are clear. But this is a mold, a resin piece made from a Wilton mold right here. And if I didn't show you already, this right here is one of the lace pieces that comes from a mold. And I will do a tutorial to show you guys how I made this, because once again, there are tips if you want to make molds using lace because lace is so thin. There is a certain way to do it. But yeah, I really like how this shadow box turned out. I may put a picture of my parents in the center of that heart, or I may just leave it just like that. So if you guys have any questions, I know this wasn't a tutorial. I don't normally do tutorials only because I don't know if I have the right equipment to do it, but I would be glad to answer any questions that you guys might have and how I created this shadow box. Well, God bless you and do have a wonderful week.